We are here in Shambles, just walking the perimeter, checking out the new wall that was installed recently. Goes all the way around. Has one gate, I believe, on each side, so 4 gates. And it encompasses the whole village. Don't worry about him, he's just sleeping hard. Uh-oh. This is why we are walking the perimeter. We want to make sure that, especially on the outside, that it is at least 3 blocks high. As far as I know, nothing can come over at least 3 blocks high. So, although I was recently told by a neighbor that bears can climb. I don't know if the bears here climb like the bears that we have around here climb. They climb trees. So, anyway, I discovered something while I was doing the fence, and I happened to peer through the window here, and I saw our little villagers going ballistic. And I came in and I listened, and I didn't hear anything, but they were still running through the house, flailing. And they ended up over here at one point, both of them, just flailing in this corner. So I went under the house, I dug out the entire under part of the house, went down 4, 5, 6 blocks. I went outside of the house. I went through the sand area. Yeah, and I didn't find anything. There isn't even an open cavern down there anymore because I collapsed it. Well, I stood in the house, very quiet, and I listened. And then I looked up. And then I went up. There was a monster in the attic. Which in this house, there used to not be the ceiling tiles. So we would never have a monster up there. Well, I put the ceiling up, and apparently a monster ended up there. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he was there. So then I filled in everything. There is no empty space up there at all. It's all packed with plaster, or could be this, I don't recall. But just as a heads up, if you have an attic in your house and it isn't filled, like every square filled with something, you could get a monster up there. And so now I'm thinking, in some of my other villages where I have had people flailing around and I didn't see any reason, now I will know to go and check the attic. So after that happened, I went through all of the houses here and I checked to make sure that all of the attics are filled. So that should solve some issues. Okay, now on to, hi there, Geralt. On to more update. I might be repeating myself, but if you enjoy watching this or playing this game or whatever, I think a little repeat is not a bad thing. It's all part of the enjoyment. All of these houses are now facing the center area. I did put a tree in here. I don't know that the tree is staying. We may end up doing something different. I don't know yet. But all of the houses now face the center, except for this one. This is the last one that we have to do. And I'm still debating on the style that I want to use on that one. Do I want to continue with this style of house, or should we look online and find something that might have been totally unique in that time period? I don't know. But it definitely has to have an upgrade. Same with this shed. This shed might get upgraded. I do want to show you a couple of things that I think you may not have seen. Yeah. That's a very unique house. The story in my mind with this one is this guy came from somewhere else, and he definitely brought materials that we might not necessarily see in this area, because I have not seen these materials in this area. Hi there. Hi, Brutus. He's a smith, but he does not live at the Smith house. He used to, but he moved. Anyway, so that's this house here. Different. Over here we have our pumpkin patch, but so far no one has visited. And we do have farmers who live in this house here. But they have not wandered over here. They're working in the other garden. And we do have a little bit of a pond here, just so we can get water for the pumpkin patch. Oh, look, we do have one coming up. Nice. I don't know that we're going to get much, because we are in the middle of September here. So we might not get anything. But my theory on the gardens is to keep replanting them, because the farmers need something to do. So, otherwise I don't know what they do. Let's see, we cleaned up this area a bit. If you remember, this was all just a lot of dirt and sand, and it was out of control. And yeah, I don't think it was very inviting to anyone who might want to come to the castle. But here, it looks much better now. We've got majestic stairs coming up to our castle. Yeah, and I think some of the things about the castle might get altered. You know, I told you I've been watching Shadiversity, and he talks a lot about castles, and some time back he actually visited a bunch of castles. So, a lot of information, a lot of pictures. Yeah. And I went over to my chisel camp save, and I built a castle over there using some of the techniques that he was showing off. So, someday I will build an actual, castle. Hi there. Hi, Zacchus. Nice to see you inside. When I was doing the fence during the night, he was following me. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have the company. Okay, Joanna. I don't know who else is in here. This is very different from most of the other villages with the castles that I have encountered. Usually this place here is filled with villagers. Not this one. I'm still debating if I want to modify that a little bit. I do know these panels here need to be turned. Let's see if I can actually do that from here. It's not working. Look at all these people in the gardens. We are back looking at this house, and I figured out what the problem was. You cannot use a chisel unless you are looking at a formerly chiseled block. None of these have been chiseled. So, in order to turn these, we have to use the wrench. So let's see, what kind of pattern would we like? Maybe something like that, or maybe these are all blank. Can pretty much do anything we want. Yes. And then we need to think about other options. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3. 3 bricks high with 1 block as the floor on the second story, and then 3 blocks high. Oh, 2 over here with the roof. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit different than the cookie cutters that I'm doing over here. And when I say cookie cutter, I mean that I'm using the same technique and the same style, but trying to change up the materials and the colors. These ones are still 3 blocks high. Hi! Oh yeah, I forgot that you live here. You used to have a more dingy looking house. This one is much better, isn't it? Anyway, okay, so it's 3 blocks high of a brick kind of material or stone. And then we placed slabs high as the floor of the second story. Let's see. All right, let's take a closer look at this, because that is it's not 3 blocks high. It's 2 blocks of stone material, and this level here is chiseled. Half of it is the wood flooring and half of it is stone. Okay. And then there are 3 blocks of plaster. Let's see, is this... We crashed. Why did we crash? And I'm not seeing the big print where it tells me which mod is causing the conflict. So, like any determined player would, I ignored the problem, rebooted, and continued on. And we will never know what my train of thought was here. So, let's go to the last house on the block and rebuild it so it fits the look of the neighborhood. And I will do my best to articulate, hopefully clearly, how I did that. So, let's see. First off, we do know that, let's see, conglomerate. Who's talking to me and why at 3 o'clock in the morning? Conglomerate and, oh gosh, what's the red stuff? I found it down here underneath this house. Anyway, I'm looking for a different stone to try and use, because we've been just repeating the same stones. I've been using the mud brick. And of course this guy here, he came from far, far away and brought his fancy ashlar slate and conglomerate. These ones we used, what is that, pine? And this one is just the aged. This I think is oak. Yep. Excuse me. This one I just used the materials that were already there and just kind of elaborated just a little bit. This is their second entrance. They have a main entrance over there. Why are you awake? Okie dokie. Anyway, there's a guy in here sleeping, so we probably should wait until everybody's up and out of the houses. It does make it a bit easier. Otherwise, they want to help, and they're really not much help. So let's see. Let's look and see what our options are for stones. We're looking for mixed dry stone. Let's see what that looks like. Now I would totally do that, but it's kind of not really mixing with the rest of the community here. So let's try something else. We're looking for something that they would actually get a hold of. Chert? Sure. Let's do chert. Okay, and we're definitely going to do plaster. So let's pick our wood. Chert is very dark, so might we want to go with, say, a birch to kind of lighten things up a little bit, because these are things that they would have been able to get. The chert, I don't know how far away it is from us, but okay, maybe here. Yeah, they could have definitely traveled and picked that up. Okay, so I think we have our starting components. That guy's still in there talking. Go to sleep, Joanna. Oh gosh, Geralt, go to sleep. Do you guys sense a crash? Are we gonna crash again? I'm not sure it affects you guys much. Okay, daylight's coming. I just, I don't know how traumatic it is for these guys for me to come into their home and just start shaking things up. And then our hope is that this guy continues to live here when we're done. I've had a few people move out of the houses and never return. I say, who is this? Bernadetta. Hi there. Oh, thanks. Okay, Tacy is at work. You're gonna wake her up? Hey, did you just leave your house? You did. Okay, so first thing we want to do, Tacy, are you gonna help me? We're gonna take these lights away because we're not actually going to use them. We're gonna take this down because, you know, they're dangerous. Hi, Triss, Kronos, and Kuno. Now, this young lady here, she actually lived in that house right there. But I haven't seen her come back in a couple of days. I'm hoping that when I'm done rebuilding this place, that when I go away for more days and then go work somewhere else and I come back, that they've recovered from the trauma. Okay. So, what we're gonna do here is replace this bottom section with our stone. And I'm doing this just a section at a time because I don't know if tearing down the entire house all at once freaks these people out. I don't know. It also kind of helps me to stay with the footprint, remember where things were, so that I can kind of put it all right back kind of the way it was. Hey, Joanna. Oh yeah, she was in that house. She must work up there. Nice. I think it's so cute to see them actually using the stairs and paths and things that I designated for them. Oh, we missed one. See, this is why I don't tear down the whole house at once. Okay, I think that'll work. We're also going to move the door to this side. Should we put it right in the middle? Sure, why not? Okay. I'm going to take out the furniture. We're going to leave the beds just because the villagers that sleep in here are familiar with the location. So we're just, I don't want to do too much trauma. So we're just going to leave the beds for now. They'll eventually get moved upstairs. Okay, this is 2.5 blocks. This block here, like I said before, is chiseled with another material. So that's going to be this level here. That'll be chiseled with another material. Let's see, so we've chosen birch as our wood. So let's go and find our birch slabs. This is going to be our flooring. And that's going to dance right at the top of that third stone. There we go. That's our first level. Let's go ahead and find a door. And we're going to go with the birch just so it matches all of our wood. I'm going to put that out here. And what we're looking for is the little icon. Okay, we're not going to get it because this door here just simply is not going to work. There's our icon. Okay, so far that's a cellar icon. I'm not sure what turns it into a little house, but from this point forward building, we're going to watch that icon and make sure that everything we add either improves it or takes it away, and then we know we've done something wrong. Okay, let's go with the stairs over here. Turn our blocks, and this is where our chisel's going to come in handy. There we go. Yeah. We have to take away the ceiling, otherwise we can't use the stairs. That window's definitely going to be moved. Okay, yeah, like right now, because I can't put my stairs there. Okay. Okay, time to remove the ceiling. And we're we're going to go ahead and remove all of the roofing. We're going to remove the aged logs. Now we are going to put our corbels in, and what I've been doing is just swiping it from here, copying and pasting it. But what we're going to do, it's going to be 3 different pieces. So we're going to put our wood up here, and we're going to tap them with our chisel, and that's going to be our first. That's going to be one component. Our next component, and these can be any design, you know, that you choose. Let's see, but it's definitely using our chisel and the biggest square, the 8x8. This is what I'm using for our measurements. This is going to be a corbel, and there's going to be 3 8x8s in between our next one. So that's our one piece. So I am going to make a copy of that, and I'm going to set that right there. This is going to be our corner. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, make sure you tap on all these things with the chisel. And like I said, you can do any kind of design that you want. I just tend to go with a kind of a simple. That's our second block. Looks like that. So now I am going to, and I'm in creative mode, I'm going to tap my mouse button and get a copy of that and set that down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete those and these and focus on what the corner should look like. Okay, that's our corner. That's going to stick out. And we want another piece here to come down. Okay, now we're going to chisel these 2 pieces in my just simple. We're not getting elaborate here. And I am kind of surprised at myself for spending so much time in a village that is so far away that I may never get back up here. Which is one reason why I am not giving this village any commodity. I'm not assigning them anything, because chances are I won't come back this far away just to collect something that we need. We'll find a village closer to home. Okay, let's see, we need to go this way with it. Ooh, there's a house behind me. Oops, there we go. There. that is what our plaster walls are going to sit on. So now I'm going to take a copy of that and set it over here. And these are our 3 basic components that we're going to need. Now it's just a matter of putting them up here and then using either the wrench or the chisel to spin them around and put them in their appropriate places. Okay, first thing I want to do is grab my simple flat ones, and this is going to go one above the door, one above the window, and one here. So that'll be 3 on each side, one in the middle, one there, one there. I'm building a house. What are you doing? You should be over there with the animals. You're a shepherd. Okay, I'm going to use the wrench and we're going to spin these into place. And this just kind of takes a little bit of practice. And they get to be a master at it. Okay, now I'm going to grab this component here. And we're going to put this in place. And we're going to use our wrench and spin those into place. Now we're going to grab our corner, which is there. No, we don't need to make a copy. And we're going to paste that into place. That one's already got one. Okay, now we're going to spin these around. There we go. I'm going to check all of our sides. Okay. This one here you see is off. This is where we use the chisel and the flip. And that moves it over, which means this one needs to be moved over. So we're going to flip that one as well. It doesn't need to be done on all of them, but some of them, and that's what that tool does. I'm going to flip this one and this one. And that one and that one. Alright. That is going to be the foundation for our second floor.